What is up, everybody? Relic StarCraft here, bringing you guys another StarCraft 2 1v1 cast. And we have the third game here between these two players, LiquidZenio and SlayersMMA. And you know what? I'm going to say, honestly, a little disappointed in Violet's performance here. I feel like he's much better than he's showing in this series. I'm sure most of you guys know, and you can tell that Xeno's a really good Zerg player. He's a really solid Zerg player, and I definitely feel like he could defeat MMA in a series. But you know, I guess it's not happening, so it's not happening. But would definitely like to see him be able to do that. What was that explosion there? I heard something explode. That was weird. Oh well. So yeah, I mean, hopefully Xenio will be able to take at least one game off of MMA. I would like to see this series go on a little bit longer, not get 3-0'd by MMA, but you know, that very well could happen here. We will see. And Xenio cross scouting first and getting pretty lucky, scouting him right away. Gonna get right in there. Gonna see there's no gas geysers, and it looks like sorry about that. Probably about the same build that's as last time. So yeah, so he safely throws down that 14 pool. Or I'm sorry, 14 hatch. That was a 15 hatch, I believe. So throwing down a 15 hatch, and I don't think, yeah, there's MMA just now sending out a scout, getting intercepted. Looks like Violet coming up here probably won't get in, and MMA banking quite a bit of money. I think he's planning on throwing down an expansion before that second. Yep, that is what he's doing. You see this a lot in PvT. This is a pretty common build. The one racks Gaslix expand, and you get your expansion before that second supply depot. Now it does make it so that you do have to stop marine production until you start getting that, until that finishes, I should say. So, you know, there's pros and cons to it. Absolutely gets your expansion out faster, but, you know, you do sacrifice some of that early marine production, so I would say it's worth it overall. Not a huge deal not to have, you know, well, I mean, probably like 2 extra marines you'd have here. Not the biggest deal. So it looks like pool is down, no gases yet. Xenio might be planning on getting an early third, or could do some early pressure. I definitely feel like that would be pretty good with the build that MMA went, although he did get these 2 fast gas geysers, so we could see some aggressive Banshee play, or some kind of, or he could just go fast tanks. Very viable as well. We'll see what he decides to do. Marine just poking around, trying to find that, trying to find some strays, lings that are just waiting to get a scout. Not gonna find any though. They are just chilling out here at the watch tower. And kind of a awkward scout pattern from Xenio coming in from the side here. Not bad, actually. That is pretty good. Really nice overlord spread so far. You can just see how much vision he really has of the map. It's pretty good. Not bad at all. So bunker did go down for MMA. Almost done with that. Oh, the factory is done. Almost. Oh, orbital did finish. So switching, looks like just a delayed reactor Hellion. And there's the starport. So looks like exactly the same build as last game. And kind of a weird place for a drone just to be hanging out. I mean, a little strange. And it looks like that overlord is getting into position. He could absolutely do a pretty nice delayed scout later on in the game. You're gonna see exactly what's going on. Getting 2 gas geysers, it looks like. Probably just going to be getting speed and maybe a layer after that. We'll see what he decides to do. A couple Hellions pushing out, and a couple Marines just poking around, checking for that drone, which is oddly placed up here. So we'll see what Xenio decides to do with that drone. I'm a little confused, to be honest. Nice supply depot placement. It will catch any of these stray overlords that are trying to fly in, so he can quickly get some Marines in there to stop as much scouting as possible. And there's that creep spread from Xenio that we have come to love so much. Crazy creep spread. And let's see how he is on his injects. Very nice 0 energy queen. And 4 energy queen. So pretty good. Pretty good. 1 Hellion just kind of flipping out up there. And Zenio throwing down another spine crawler, keeping his 2 queens out there. I think he's up to 4 queens actually. He is, wow. Definitely likes those queens, that's for sure. And he is getting cloaking, so will be cloaked Banshees. Is going to get 2 out. Just like last game. And actually this time throwing down a quick 3rd command center. I like that. It's a pretty good play. We'll put him very far ahead if it does work out. Zenio just really droning up, getting 14 lings out. Probably going to attempt to break this contain, but Hellions are good against lings, so we'll see if Zenio will be able to break the contain with the lings. I honestly doubt he's going to try, but it's possible. And it looks like was forced to cancel some of the creep tumors, but actually didn't get 2 of them off, so that is not good. Trying to get some shots off on that spine crawler, getting into the yellow, but then forced to run on home. Oh, and so that's what he was doing. He is getting a kind of a hidden 3rd up here. Pretty good. I like that. Was smart from Zenio, hiding a drone up there and getting his 3rd if it was gonna be delayed. Pretty smart. And ooh, that ling spots these 2 cloaked Banshees, and with the 4 queens. Oh, and there is the Overseer cocoon forming on up. So we'll see if these 2 Banshees can do anything. I'm sure they're guaranteed at least 1 or 2 drone kills. That's not what I'm wondering. Oh, no. So very nice. There's 1 drone kill, 2 drone kills. You looked workers killed, 5 workers killed from MMA so far. So pretty good. All his Hellions are still alive, taking a 4th base. Zenio's taking a 4th base. So good stuff. He'll stay decently ahead economy-wise when he takes that 3rd base. And 2 Marines stopping this Overlord. Really nice play here from MMA. Just really good game sense. And oh, he gets 1 Banshee. That does not feel good. And this 3rd base up here did finish on up. Hellions just going home. They're just going to sit at the watchtower, just chill out for a little bit. And this Cloak Banshee's getting some pretty nice shots off on this hatchery, but is forced to run away a little bit. Ooh, and a drop coming up full of Marines. Let's see what's going on in MMA's base. We got 3 barracks, 2 reactor, 1 tech lab. Got double medevacs coming out. +1/+1 just now finishing up, and he is going to get his +2 +2 weapons probably. Oh, he does have double. So yeah, good play. A lot of Mutalisks coming out, and I don't know if MMA is ready. He has no missile turrets. Not a huge deal. He can absolutely get some Marines up there, but we'll see what Zenio decides to do with these Mutalisks. So Zenio floating his orbital command on over to the 3rd base. And ooh, drop of Marines coming up here. Probably gonna take out this hatchery here. Just gotta box him. I'll click it for you, MMA. Go on. There you go. Stemming up, running on down. Probably gonna get the kill. Definitely gonna get quite a few drone kills. Zenio very quickly running them away. Very nice play. And at the same time, moving into the middle of the map. Surprisingly, not bringing any tanks. There is 1 tank there, and a 2nd tank coming out. And it looks like this is gonna go down. Oh, it does go down. And losing just a couple Mutalisks, but I'd say that's a pretty good trade for MMA. A lot of Marines and tanks running up here. Definitely going to meet up. He was forced to fly off this command center at one point. And now Zenio trying to do somewhat of a counterattack, looks like. Stemming about 4 Marines, running them back. couple more Marines coming up to flank, but a lot of Mutalisks and not that many Marines equals dead Marines. And I don't... MMA doesn't realize this, but he could absolutely just push into the middle here. Zenio's really got pretty much nothing. And these mutas, really there's not that many of them, but the problem is Zenio, there we go. Zenio's, I think this amount of Marines could probably at least force these Mutalisks to run on home. Because Marines do fare pretty well against Mutalisks, and yeah, MMA, oh no, MMA deciding just to fight. I don't know if this is the right choice. Zenio losing a lot of Mutalisks. Oh, I mean, yeah, Zenio was able to clean up those Marines, but he's left with only 5 Mutalisks, 2 of them in the red. I don't know. I don't know if that was worth it. And almost taking out this 3rd hatchery, that would have been huge for MMA if he was able to do that, but he was not. So, and he Zenio is taking double expanding here, taking his, what is this, 4th and 5th base, and it is scouted by MMA. So we'll see if he's able to do anything about those 2 bases. Doing another drop, a lot of drops from MMA. This is not really characteristic of him. He's normally very just in-your-face aggressive with lots of siege tanks kind of guy, but I guess not today. He could just drop those 2 Marines. He does do that, and it does force that 1 Mutalisk away. So just getting the rest of the flock just to clean that up real quick. How many Mutalisks is he up to now? Only 14. Seems like more. And getting, oh, a surround on those tanks. That is not fun. Poor MMA. Nice little pickoff on that Baneling. But it looks like Zenio doing a pretty good job of holding off MMA. But now that these the 4th and 5th bases are up for Zenio, it's only going to get better for him if he can just maintain this. If Zenio gets a good drop-off or a good solid push, and... or I'm sorry, yeah, if MMA gets a good drop or a good solid push-off, then Zenio can be pretty quickly left in a bad spot. It is looking pretty good for him right now, but he can't let up the pressure. He needs to continue what he's doing, and hopefully he'll be able to do that. We'll see. So just getting a couple missile turrets up at his base, probably not going to be enough to deflect these Mutalisks, but with a couple Marines to back up those missile turrets should be more than enough. And yeah, Zenio doing pretty decently. He does have a supply lead right now. Nice little drop coming up from MMA down here in the bottom left corner. Could very well pick off this 5th base here. Would be pretty huge. Zenio kind of biffing it right here. Just standing in plain view. And the Mutas, I would just go for these drones. I would not, he's not going to get the kill on that hatchery. And that gets cleaned up. But MMA was able to push forward into the middle of the map, which is really what those drops are. It's like their side effect. They can kill some expansions and drones, but really the best thing that they do is they allow your army to move forward into the middle of the map when the Zerg has to take all his units to go defend the drop. So pretty nice play. The drop was he whiffed it a little bit, but you know, still gave him a better position in the middle of the map. So pretty good. All pretty good. It looks like the Muta's going to come around here for a flank, and no missile turrets at all up here in this main base. But MMA spotting it pretty quickly. There was 1 missile turret here. Sorry, I didn't notice that. Running his, should be enough Marines, it looks like. Yeah. And Zenio running on home. But those pokes, they do damage, even though he didn't really kill anything. It's just annoying. It forces APM to be used on other things. Just can be very annoying to deal with. And almost gets actually 2 Baneling kills with that 1 Marine. That was pretty good. So these Mutalisks just forced to join up with the flock of the rest of the Zerg's army. Just a couple wings hanging out back here just in case. Not a bad idea. And the Baneling's trailing behind. Very well could get a big hit off. And the Baneling's getting shot by the tanks. Very nice micro from MMA. Picking off all of those Banelings very easily. And with a Thor and a couple Marines back at home, those Mutalisks are going to have trouble doing much of anything. So MMA looking in a better spot now, but you got to keep in mind, Zenio does have 5 bases up. Now, can he hold this 5th base down here? I'm getting a little skeptical of that, but we'll see. So just kind of pushing in the middle, getting a little bit better position on the map. Got a sensor tower up to see what's going on, and it looks like this base is going down. And chances are MMA will go up here and check for those drones that we're mining. But he very well might not. It is a possibility. Because as Zerg, really what you want to keep are your drones. You can lose your expansions here and there. Not the biggest deal, but yeah, MMA, too smart for that, is going to push up and see those drones. Maybe? Maybe not. So just a couple more Marines breaking off, and ooh, might just get picked off right here. No, he does save them. Nicely positioned tank, and these Marines just hanging out over here. I hope he does see those drones. That'd be pretty nice little victory for him. And he does spot them, so those drones do die. Zenio really on top of it. He just moving them just a little bit out of the way. Wow. So he might not see them after all. Oh, there he goes. He is all over those drones, throwing down his 4th command center. And upgrading, oh, I'm sorry, that's his 5th. Getting establishing his would-be gold base if this wasn't a tournament. In the center here. And it looks like Zenio already up to Broodlords, so not bad. First Viking coming out for MMA. All good stuff. Big push coming up here to this 4th base. Probably going to be able to pick it off. Very possibly not, though. I am a little nervous for Zenio right now. I feel like production-wise, he's falling behind. Now, he is attempting to establish this base here, but will be picked off pretty much instantly by these Marines. And, yep. There it goes. No. I guess not. On the, not on the attack movement. On the, just move command. And those slow Broodlords coming up. Getting one Marine. Might get a tank kill. That would be pretty nice. Nope. Ooh, those... Oh, bleh, I can't even talk. Those Broodlords overextending just a little bit, but not a single one dying. One is in the red, but can be transfused very easily if he does end up going back to his base. Not a huge deal. They also do regenerate health, so you gotta keep that in mind. So I think MMA just trying to force those Broodlords to come back a little too far and then overextend, but nope. Zenio not falling for it, just moving on back. And probably going to end up getting a kill on this this 4th base of of MMA's. Oh, and MMA doing a pretty nice little push up to this 3rd base. Definitely going to kill it off. And Zenio looks like he's just going to let that one die. There's really not much he can do about it, to be honest. And those tanks will be picked off, it looks like. No, Zenio, I don't know why he is not doing that. Nice multi-pronged attacks coming down from MMA. This is really good play. Establishing his 4th base up here right next to this base, which is about to be taken out. So one 3rd base going down, 4th base probably going to go down, 5th base going down. Zenio going to be down to 2 mining bases. Oh, Zenio was able to save this 4th base. So, or 3rd base, sorry. So, you know, nice little save, but not in the best position right now. MMA, you got to keep it together, man. You're doing good to do this. I keep calling Zenio. MMA. Zenio, you got to keep it together. That's what I meant to say. So 2 Thors getting some shots off on those Broodlords. Not going to be able to kill them off, but one tank goes down, and one Thor could very well go down. And it does not. So got one tank in like the pink, like 5 health left, and then one Thor in the red. And another big push coming in here could get the kill. Could have a huge fungal go down on a lot of these Marines, but MMA backing up. Zenio just walking his infestors right into the army. Not the best control from Zenio right now. He did bring a couple queens to transfuse those broodlords. Always a good idea. Oh, a lot of banelings, a lot of marines. Oh, one decent hit on those marines. The marines forced to stem up, and those tanks are gonna get taken out. And yeah. So those marines running on home, but Zenio has a decently sized marine ball back home. Is falling a little bit behind. I mean, not behind, I shouldn't say behind, but he is, his numbers are dwindling for sure. Food is even right now, so Zenio doing surprisingly well, considering he lost his 3rd base, 5th base, and almost his 4th base here, or 3rd base. Or that is 4th. So, yeah. We'll see what Zenio is able to do. Zenio definitely has the tech advantage right now. I don't think MMA is really reacting very well to these broodlords. He should be getting out much more Vikings, but I guess deciding that it's not that big of a deal. There is only about 5 broodlords out right now, so I guess it really isn't that big of a deal, but at the same time, Marines really do not fare well against infestor broodlords, so we'll see if he's able to make it work. I do have my doubts, but MMA is much better than me, so stemming forward, picking off. Nice fungal going down on a lot of MMA's units. Ooh, and a Thor getting right underneath all of those broodlords. This could be huge. And picking off a ton of corruptors, and those broodlords forced to run home. Oh my god, could this be it for Zenio? I don't know. Nice spread, really nice concave, and that is really bad for Zenio. Losing all his broodlords and all his corruptors. His entire army just died. Really nice control from MMA. I don't even know what to say. That was incredible. And the banelings finishing up, but forced to run home. And now MMA going to take out this middle expansion. Not a high yield. Keep wanting to call it a gold expansion, but that's not the case. It's not gold. It is blue. This is blue. And checking for a base up here. There is no base, but he is probably gonna be able to take out this this 4th base here. And he could focus it down. It looks like that's what he's doing. All the drones being pulled off to try to help save it, and it looks like it could actually. Oh, so close. Oh, just barely not being able to take it out. And it looks like these corruptors will be able to clean up these. Yeah, clean up those medevacs. Oh, and a nice fungal going off on that group of marines, and it will be cleaned up. Only 1 broodlord and a 2nd one popping out, so not really a threat at all, to be totally honest. MMA now on 5 bases. Really 2, 3, maybe 3. You could call this 3rd base a mining base, I guess. 3 mining bases, while Zenio on 1, 2 mining bases. So, and a Thor drop coming in here, and just gonna straight up pick that expansion off and just floating them up, lifting them on up, and dropping it right down in the main base. Probably just gonna get a couple drone kills here or there. See what he decides to focus down. He is deciding to focus down. That's that spawning pool. Pretty good idea. So it looks like Zenio will be able to clean up this little push here. Thors do so much damage to buildings, jeez. But it does look like Zenio is in a bit of trouble. Gotta remember, broodlords are really good if you migrate them properly. Although, not to bash on Zenio too much, but his control this series has been pretty bad. I mean, he's a good player. I like him a lot, but I mean, you guys have to agree, it's his control this series has not been the best. A little disappointed, but what can you do? We're all human. We have our ups and downs. MMA just kind of walking all over Zenio here. That 1 broodlord in the red, only 1 left in the green. Another broodlord being morphed in back there. Really nice marine control from MMA. Overstemming just a little bit, but you kind of have to stem quite frequently against broodlords just to keep your speed up, because those broodlings get the surround on your army so quick if you're not running at them quick enough. So understandable, definitely understandable. Definitely something I would do. And that's not saying much because I am not nearly as good as MMA. If only I was. If only. So adding a 5th broodlord to his army can only make it better, but how much better? Not really much. I feel like he needs a couple more corruptors, and could throw in like one more infestor just for those fungals, but definitely running low on that resource count. So MMA coming up here, going to just pick off this 4th base again. Could very well just straight up kill this base as well. A lot of not mining drones. I just really feel like Zenio just really not playing well at all. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he had like so many drones just chilling. He could have used those drones really drastically, but just not using them. And picking off those Zerglings, moving up here. Still no expansion right here. Zenio really needs to do something to get back in this game, and he's not doing it. He needs to take at least 2 more expansions. He's attempting to take this 4th back. He does have this gold, or he did. I'm sorry, have this, not this gold. Jeez, it's not a high yield, guys. This is blue, not yellow. But he is trying to take this back, which would help, but he does need all his units mining at it for it to really help. And it looks like his broodlord's gonna be picked off once again. Oh man, Zenio GGing and getting 3-0'd by MMA. Just not the best moment of his career right there. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you're a fan of MMA, I'm sure you did. If you're a fan of Zenio like me, I'm sorry. I feel for you. But all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.